check out this Star Wars collection. It deserves to be in a museum for all you to see. Okay, not this collection, but what if I told you there could be a museum that took some of the top collectors of Star Wars merchandise and put it all in a museum so you could go see it up close and personal, and you can help. Let's talk about it. Guys, like many of you, I know you've talked to other collectors. You might be a collector yourself and been asked this. You might have asked me this. I know it's come up before. Is what happens to your collection when you die? Give it to your kids, that's okay. But if you're like me, you just got a small collection, it's not that much of a hassle. I mean, you can sell it off probably within a week or two. But there's some top collectors out there that have really great stuff. And we're not just talking about Kenner Star Wars figures. I mean, these collectors have huge collections of prototypes, first shots, unreleased toys, all kinds of stuff. And we're not just talking toys. I mean, mostly we're talking toys, but not just toys. Cereal boxes, not just the action figures, not just Kenner stuff. We're talking years of Star Wars merchandise and even Star Wars props in some cases. Now, these top collectors has come together to put it all in a museum. And they're trying to raise money for that. And that's what we're going to do here today. Is I started a GoFundMe, which will be donated straight to them. Don't worry, I don't get the money and they take my cut out of it. I just thought, hey, let's show them that we're a Star Wars community, and the Junkman fan base, the Junkyard Dogs, the Junkyard, whatever you want to call us, we can raise money and then donate it within the name of this group right here, our little fan base, whatever you call this channel, and kind of show back some love. You guys gave me love for watching the videos. I'll give you love for making videos, and now let's share that and give it to some of the collectors out there to help this. Now, who are these people, you're asking? You're like, who are these people? Well, first, let's start with the head of the whole thing, Steven Sansweep, a name I'm sure you know when it comes to Star Wars, at least Star Wars collecting. This guy has the massive collection. I believe it's one of the biggest in the world. He has at least one of everything, if not more. Hey, Steven, I've got a rare R2-D2 Lego that I wanted Target. I mean, I'm out there. If you need it for your museum, let me know. I'm pretty sure he's got that. But he's wrote a lot of books on the subject. Many of you discovered Steven Sansweep back in the 90s when he was on QVC. No, he wasn't the host of QVC or anything. He would come on and sell Star Wars stuff, not his stuff. He actually worked for Lucasfilm at this time and would sell a lot of stuff. And it was cool because it's the first time I found out and he wrote a book about Star Wars toys. And this was the early 90s when I was starting to get back into it. It just felt like, this guy's writing books for me. I couldn't believe it. And this guy's got a huge collection. Like I said, we all know him. But let's take a look at his collection. Here it is, Steven Sansweep. He has a museum already called Rancho Obi-Wan. But it's just his collection. And believe me, you can spend days and hours in this thing. At least that's what I'm told. I've never been there. One of my dreams is to go there. A lot of people have dreams to go see their grandma on their deathbed. My dream is to go see Rancho Obi-Wan. Hell, my other dream is just to have an interview with the guy. But you can see, massive collection. So who's the other one? Well, the other probably top name that you may know is Gus Lopez. Great guy. I know this. I've talked to this guy. I interviewed him on this channel a couple of times. Always there when I'm doing a video and I can't figure something out. I can reach out to him. And right there, he knows the answer most of the time. And he's a big collector of cereal, too. Not just Star Wars related cereal. But this guy has a huge collection. Most of the time when you see something on this website about some prototype or some rare unreleased toy, it's thanks to Gus Lopez. I have pictures of it. He has the website, the Star Wars Collectors Archive. Not just him, but they came out probably in the 90s, I think, and put this thing together. And it just catalogs all the merchandise. Some of them don't have pictures, but hey, at least we know they made it. But it's all kinds of stuff. Again, not just Kenner stuff. Let's take a look at Gus Lopez's collection. As you can see here, he has a massive collection. He actually has the Death Star. The Death Star. He found this thing just sitting at an antique store, or somebody else found it and let him know. I did a whole video on that, so you might want to check that out. Just go to my channel and search Death Star Gus Lopez. It'll come up. But man, this collection is awesome. I mean, this guy's even got those little Star Wars tot figures. I think he's got those. This guy even has the toys used in Spaceballs. You remember when Darth Helmet was playing with his action figures? This guy actually has those action figures that were in the movie. Crazy, right? Great collector right there. It doesn't go hand in hand. It seems like you have a great collection. You're a great guy. I don't know how that works, but it seems to work really well. And the next guy, you might not know his name as much as Steven Sansweet and Gus Lopez, but Duncan Jenkins is right up there, top notch when it comes to collecting. I mean, this guy's got, I can't believe some of the stuff this guy's got. It's amazing. Let's take a look at his collection. Man, look at all this stuff. I can't believe somebody has all this. Makes me wish I took collecting it a little bit more serious in the 90s when I was going through Toy Shop magazine saying, I'm not paying $30 for a carded Star Wars figure. $30. I could have got them for $30 probably. Sometime, I mean, everything was almost under $100. Rare stuff in Toy Shop. But you can see, this guy took it seriously. Thank God. And he has a rich history of the toys, the merchandise, and everything. Duncan Jenkins. I don't know this guy. I need to reach out to him and see if I can get him on the show. We took the Gus, but I don't really know this guy. I've seen his face. I know he's written some books and stuff on the subject, but I need to talk to this guy. Seems like a really cool guy. Anybody loves Star Wars merchandise, it's a cool guy in my book. But that's not all. There's more people here. And let's look at the two others. Lisa Stevens and Vic Warts. Now, Lisa was the former president of the official Star Wars fan club. Well, yeah, isn't that a sweet job? Again, here's people that have a huge collection of really rare stuff. And just the common stuff, because you got to have common stuff in the museum also. And they don't just focus on the 80s stuff. They got the 90s stuff and beyond. They got really great stuff here. What about Vic? I told you Lisa was the former president of the official Star Wars fan club. Well, what about Vic? Believe it or not, he was one of the editors of Star Wars Insider magazine. I mean, these people know Star Wars. Now you're saying, well, I don't want a museum with just a bunch of toys. No, this is going to be educational also. I mean, it's going to document the history of the Star Wars toys, not just Kenner, but we're going to look at prototypes, first shots. What's a first shot? You can go there and see and find out what a first shot is, find out all about it, how they make the figures and everything. And it's going to be a huge place. We're not talking about it trying to raise money to open this little hole-in-the-wall place. No, this is going to be an awesome place to visit. After all said and done, 1.5 million objects in the museum. In the museum. Crazy. Oh man, I gotta find out if they're hiring. I need an application for this place. Sounds like a dream job. Man, they're dreaming. And speaking of dreaming, they're dreaming big. Big time here. 200 square foot of space. 200 square foot of space. It's gonna have a general store. Buy some Star Wars merchandise. I wonder if they're going to have the Star Wars merchandise in their collection, because now they have Star Wars merchandise themselves. They will hold events. There's going to be a cafe restaurant so you can take a break, go get you something to eat. I hope they have a chili dog, but I don't know. I hope they have chili dog. Maybe they'll say, hey, thank you, Junkman. We're going to have the Junkman hot dog just for you. There's going to be a research center. Research center. They're going to be researching Star Wars merchandise. Now that's a dream job. What about rotating exhibits? Not the same thing. Every time you go there, you're going to want to come back again and again and again. It's even going to have a theater with 300 seats. Whew. I remember the first time I saw Star Wars, the theater had like 20 seats. 20 seats, and that was it. These guys are going to have 300 seats. And then, of course, talking about exhibits, they're going to have permanent exhibits too. Don't worry, you're not going to be like, I got to get there, I'm going to miss that. Some of the things will be there all the time. They're even going to have meeting and conference rooms. So maybe one day they'll be able to hold a toy show at the Star Wars Saga Museum. That would be an awesome place to have a toy show. Even going to have outdoor and rooftop gatherings. You can gather. You probably hang out with Steven Sansweet on a rooftop. Now that's a whole nother dream right there. And I know these guys. I know we looked at those collections. They're probably going to have their buddies bring some stuff for the collection also. So it's not going to be just these guys, but just these guys alone. I mean, just Steven Sansweet alone is enough for a museum, but bringing in all these others, it's crazy. Now, you can go to their website at Rancho Obi-Wan and donate there, but I'm doing something a little different here. I want you to donate through. Now, I've got a GoFundMe where we're going to raise a...
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
I got a goal of $2,000. I mean, it's going to take a lot of money to get this museum open. I think their goal over the next 2 years is about $2 million. But, I mean, that's not really that big of money when you're talking about a big museum like this. But I just thought it'd be kind of cool for us to come together as a community here. You guys that watch the channel, maybe you're not really into, you don't know, like, who's Steven Sansweet, who's Gus Lopez. Maybe you're just like, hey, every once in a while, I want to like to watch a video of someone talking about Gen X stuff or toys. But I thought it'd be cool because we got a little community here. At least I think we do, right? We got a little community here. Get this little community together, donate money, and in our name, in this Junkman name. Not just me. It's not like, oh, look, Junkman donated that, and I took your money and got credit for it. No, this is going to be a Junkman. This is a group effort, a little community here, just to show that, hey, we come together. We will support the toy collectors and Star Wars fans. So I put a link to that, and this money will go straight from GoFundMe and straight to Rancho Obi-Wan. It's not like it's going to come to me first. I'm going to take a cut of it, and then it's going to send whatever I can over. No, it's not some kind of gimmick like that. It's going to go straight to them. So that's pretty cool right there. Just thought it'd be a good way to show the community, hey, Junkman and his fans, the ones that watch his channel, that love the toys, love Star Wars. Well, I think it'd be cool. Maybe if this museum is successful, maybe they use this little off branch somewhere of not just Star Wars stuff, other toys. I would love to see a toy museum. Who knows? Who knows what they could do? Maybe they could do a special night, like look at Star Trek toys. Ooh, that might be a fight right there. You don't want to go on that rooftop with Star Trek fans and Star Wars fans. Ooh, might be a fight breakout. No, I'm just kidding. We get along. I like Star Trek, at least Next Generation. Anyway, so what I want to do is get the Junkman community and show them, say, hey, let's donate, let's help them. Because I've been saying for years, I wish some of these collectors would open a museum, put it in the museum, and I'm glad to see they're doing that because we're getting older. We're going to pass away. Gus Lopez sadly is going to pass away. Steven Sansoi's going to pass away. What's this stuff going to happen? What's they going to be buried with it? I don't want that. Put it in the museum for future generations to enjoy this stuff. And some of it's so rare, it's stuff you ain't going to never have. You get to see it at least. At least you get to see it. I mean, one day you can tell your grandkids, I saw it face to face. A yak face on card. I looked right at it. It looked right at me. So I'm going to put a link in the description to the GoFundMe. Again, I'm not getting a cut of this. I'm not taking a percentage. It's going, don't even come to my bank account. Don't let that go straight to Rancho Obi-Wan. It's just a way for us to say, hey, this community, this Junkman community, we love what you do with the collection, and we love it in the museum. We love that you're going to put it out there for all of us to see. So I just thought it'd be kind of fun to do and see what we can do and make some kind of impact. Who knows? We might raise $20. But hey, that's $20 more for their goal to get this museum open. And hopefully I'll keep you informed on when this museum's coming. But thought it'd be a little fun, guys. But I'll put a link also so you can check out the museum and Rancho Obi-Wan and find out a little bit more about it. Again, you can direct right from there if you want to without going through my little fundraiser. If you do that, can you please just put in how'd you find out about it? At least say, hey, Junkman told us about it in the comments or something. But anyway, that's it, guys. That's all I got. Thank you, and let me know in the comments what you think about this.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.